The war between Israel and Hamas has entered its ninth day. Yes, that's our big focus. Welcome back from the break. A day after the Israel military ordered hundreds of thousands of civilians living in Gaza City to evacuate ahead of an unexpected Israel ground offensive against Hamas. The military's aid that it is seeing a significant movement of civilians in southern Palestine. The war has so far claimed at least 3,200 lives since it began last Saturday. Meanwhile, Russia has asked the UN Security Council to vote on a draft resolution on the Israel-Hamas conflict that calls for a humanitarian ceasefire. The one-page draft resolution also calls for the release of hostages, humanitarian aid access, and the safe evacuation of civilians in need. Arzu Seth is joining us for the very latest on this story. Arzu, what is the latest situation in the Gaza area? Have evacuations been happening ever since that window was given yesterday?
Well, yes, the war between the Israel and Hamas military enters its ninth day today and is expected to be accelerating further. And, according to the latest data, the war has claimed at least 3,200 lives since, it began. The attack was done by the Hamas and now it is accelerating day by day. In fact, today Hamas announced that 3 of its members from Lebanon had been killed after crossing the border from Lebanon.
Yes, Arzu, we'll get to that in just a second, but just talking about this evacuation now. Has the evacuation commenced? How many people have left that region after the window was given? The evacuation window was given yesterday by the IDF.
Well, in fact, particularly the announcement is being made from the Israel side that, the evacuation should be done from the Gaza as they are planning, to attack on that particular region. But in fact, the people living there are refusing to do so. And in fact, the Hamas are in fact saying that they should not evacuate from the particular location. So this remains to be seen whether, they will be evacuating, as the UN have also said that it is not possible for 1.1 million people to evacuate together. So this the Israel should rethink about the statement they have made, as this will take the life of the many civilians. Yes.
Right. Arzu, stay with us. NewsX is on the ground in Israel, and in fact, my colleague Akshit spent the day in Israel's capital, Tel Aviv. Let's take a look at this ground report from a safety shelter in Israel. What did my colleague find there? Well, let's show you.
We are right now in Tel Aviv in Israel.
The helicopters are also flying now.
Everyone rushed to the shelter. They are planning ground assault into Gaza. Residents of Israel yearning for help as they battle with one of the deadliest massacres they have actually witnessed ever in their lives. Well, we are at one of the most famous beaches in Tel Aviv in Israel, of course, in the central of Israel, and you can actually see how this beach, has gone empty because of the fear which is now, engulfed people all over the Israel, all over the country due to the ongoing conflict and, of course, due to the ongoing tensions between Israel and Hamas. So, of course, we will also try to speak to few people also over here on the beach and get their views. So, ma'am, we are on this one of the very famous beaches in central Israel, in Tel Aviv. So, do you actually feel safe on the beach?
I do because I'm very close to hotels and other businesses. So, if something happens, yes, I can go inside the bomb shelter. And I have enough time. So I do, but I arrived here 2 days before the war started. Yes. And Tel Aviv is a very vibrant city. It's just amazing. There are so many nightclubs. There are people everywhere. Traffic is horrible. And then after the war started, as you can see, there's no cars on the street at all. It's empty. And beaches, it's amazing weather. Sunshine, the water is so warm, and everything is closed. It's really sad. And I think part of the reason why it's so empty is because all the men, reservists, are sent to fight in the war, and pretty much all the tourists are gone. Yeah. So that's what it is. And then, of course, schools are closed, but parents with young kids, they are trying to be safe and they stayed home. So yeah, it's a ghost town now. Really, nobody's here, and the businesses are closed as well. Only grocery stores are open.
I mean, thanks a lot for speaking to us, ma'am. Please be safe. We once again, thanks a lot. So, of course, as you heard, one of the people also over here speaking to us, saying that yes, they do feel safe over here because they are, very close to hotels, which have safe shelters also, and of course the safe bunkers where they can actually, rush to. So, of course, you can actually see but now how this beach has actually gone empty. And of course, if I just also tell you about the details of the atrocities in the south continue to emerge, and now 3 lakh Israeli reservists have now been called for preparing for the attack. And of course a probable ground attack might also be planned because the efforts are being ramped up by the Israeli Defense Forces, of course. We have shown you how this beach has actually gone empty because schools are closed, many markets have now gone closed, and of course some people are actually coming to this beach. But of course that one of the most famous tourist attractions has actually in a nutshell, as that person also said, has become a ghost town. So of course it remains to be seen as to how soon the situation comes back to normal. In Israel, with camera person Dinesh Thakur, Akshit Gupta for NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.